Hello and welcome back to our Unlimited Network little videos to support the success of entrepreneurs like you. So far so good. For now we know that change, capital letters, is required. We know that to switch the knowing that or believing that the source is outside to realize that the source is inside, so you become the creator of your life, is another very powerful tip and journey. So we don't learn that just with one video, but I want your intention to be super clear and open, right? And today I'm going to highlight a very, very important attitude if you want to be successful as an entrepreneur. And that one is to learn how to change your thinking. So now that we know that the source is inside, that you are one with the entire universe, that abundance, prosperity is your birthright, okay? That life force that you are, that consciousness that we are, okay, is filtered through your mind. So the quality of your thoughts is what is going to be reflected into this physical realm. So here's where we need to take time, intention, perseverance, and commitment to really change your mindset, your mental thinking, okay? So how do we do that? Well, it's not something that you're going to do in 1 minute. It's something that you are going to spend a lot of time to really change. And the way that we do that, I will suggest first, one of the things that really helped me in my life is to start to look first to know that you want more in life. We already are agree. We are entrepreneurs and we want to expand on success. So as soon as you know that, then if you commit to that really seriously, it's going to become your own path. Even for spiritual enlightenment, I tell you, I mean, you can really, really grow and expand, open your heart to really engage with business and prosperity from a more holistic, whole and complete beingness that you are, okay? So we are going for that. And then one thing that for me really helped me was to start to look all around, you know, like successful people. How do they speak? How do they dress? How do they talk? You know, do they, I don't know, like what I detected myself, and I love it and I'm copying because it makes me feel good, so you have to check for yourself, okay, is that, for example, successful people, they have the tendency to look for the good in life. I think they have inside the question like, what's good about this, or you know, what is working in this situation, or what is the solution about this problem, instead of the unsuccessful people, the people that are more in the old consciousness, scarcity, not enough, blah blah. We have the tendency, or I had the tendency before, to think more of what's wrong. You know, like what's wrong about this, you know, and always picking the faults, you know, instead of looking for the goodness and the solution. That's a huge, huge attitude that I want you to highlight and to take it into your heart and to commit yourself to change that. You are going to catch yourself complaining, of course. You are going to catch yourself thinking negative, of course, and then we know what to do from last weekend. Thank you, I see you, and I send you back to source, and I choose to think in this direction because you are clear of what you want. So that's one big beautiful attitude that you can have, and is to emulate, to really look how successful people, the kind of people that have the lifestyle that you would like to have, act in life, and we copy that. One way to do that very easily is to study books that are written by very conscious, successful people. So, and again, I'm not saying read books, that I think is great. I'm saying study books. What is the difference between reading a book and studying a book? That's interesting to inquire. Well, I am a medical doctor and I spent 8 years in the university, and I tell you, I know what study means. Study means to memorize. Study means to know, like quick, you know, like you know exactly what, you know, whatever question that you have on something, right? So with our prosperity consciousness and with our success, we have to do the same. And I'm going to give you some guidelines here about the books that I study myself. Last video I was telling you about the 40-day abundance program. That's something that I took now, I think 3 or 4 times, and I keep having that on my background. I really, you know, memorize the sentences to really get engaged with the understanding of that program, and I have it more and more ingrained in my DNA. It's like all my thoughts around that now, you know. But several books that for me has a lot of meaning is these ones that I'm going to tell you. The first one is called The Science of Getting Rich. Can you see it? Very, very small, super deep, very concrete, very clear, no philosophy, extended stories, no, just goes to the core of what it is that we need to know to be successful and to switch our consciousness from scarcity to prosperity and abundance. And again, studying a book is for you to look, I don't know, you will see here, but you know, my book is highlighted. I have a book on the side that I take my notes. To study is to sit with your book and to really ponder and understand and allow the book to change your mental frequency, you know, your understanding about life, and to be willing to change. Again, like this is the key for our evolution here, change. The second book that for me has an incredible impact, and I was surprised about that, but it's called The Dynamics Laws of Prosperity from Catherine Ponder. I don't know if it's because I am a woman or what, but I had many people, colleagues, you know, like studying Think and Grow Rich, that I will talk to you later, just after this one, you know, but for me it was too masculine, too arid, so you check it for yourself. But this one, I love the language, is the way that she talks with God, or in my case, Source, or whatever, universe, you call it whatever you want to call it, but this mystery, you know, higher power that really created us, and that is so unconditional that we take the form of your thinking. Can't you see how powerful we are? So this book speaks that language and really taught me to have the prayers, you know, that I wanted to have in my heart to allow abundance and prosperity in my life. So that one I recommended very, very much. And then the third one that I want to talk today about is the Think and Grow Rich book. That is a Bible for many, many successful leaders, and that it is, I mean, this is the first version, like a Bible, if you want, you know, that I didn't study this one. Can you see how new it is compared to the other ones? Well, this is probably the book that I'm going to study as soon as I finish another program that I'm doing right now. And I think I'm more ready to come in and to really study chapter by chapter. But this is the difference between reading the book that I read this book 2 times, but I never studied it. So I will let you know probably in the future how that works when I study it, okay? But this is 3 very important books. The 3 for me, the most important them. There is many, many more. You can find all of these in our web, unlimitednetwork.com/resources. And you pick the one that you want, and we can even have there, like if you want to buy the books, we probably will put a button there for you to buy it, you know, directly. So that's good news. They are accessible to you, and you can start to change your life by changing your way of thinking. So, besides studying, that there is something that I want to offer you as a fun and practical tip, and this is called the vision board, that you will see in, I think in Think and Grow Rich they talk about vision board, and that one I know and I love it, and I probably learned it there. But the way that I do is every year, at the beginning of the year, I really open my whiteboard, this one, imagine in the back. And now I'm going to disappear from the camera, but I want you to look at the board, you know. So what I take is a white board here, and I divide it in 3 parts. The center part is my own relationship with Source, with myself, okay, and this is, you know, the things that I love, the energies that I'm connected with, and things that are important. Follow your bliss. Thank you to this golden egg, you know, abundance and prosperity. I mean, I just love. I am a living, breathing example of divinity itself. Things that has meaning for me from sessions that I have taken, from coaches that I have, you know, and all my own personal journey. So the center, you can write, you know, your own relationship with God, Goddess, whatever you want to call it. The right side, if you see this right side of me, is dedicated to work. And here's where I create my life. Source, myself, capital letters, is wanting what I want and giving it to me. Just that concept is like, really? Like the universe wants to give me what I want? Yes. Well, if I believe it, okay, first it's true, but maybe I don't believe it. But if I start to believe it, I'm going to see it more and more often, you know. So I put in this vision board things that for me are shocking, that are really expanding my own way of thinking. So I use this vision board to really put in things that affect my own consciousness and that expand the way that I see my own world and my creation. I have, my ideal house right here, my ideal car, the ideal boat that we have on and I is called Island Packet 485, and I have it here. I want to get familiar with it, to sailing. I imagine myself sailing with Arne all around the world. I love it. So this is ready to be manifested. Maybe take us 2 years, 5, I don't know. But meanwhile, I'm having fun, okay, with this amount of money. Get familiar and innocent with the money energy, like I was telling you in the 2 other videos. My swimming pool at my house. I mean, things that I really want, okay. And then in this area, this left area, when you put your vision board, like you are really sending that energy out, is dedicated to intimate relationship and family and friends. This is a little bit of feng shui orientation here, design. You can do the way you want. I mean, have fun, I think, is the most important thing here. But in this area, I don't know if you see, but Arne and I, that we are together now for almost 20 years, we never got married and we never felt the need of it. But I start to feel the enjoyment and the excitement about it. So I put here, like a wedding on the beach, that I like. So just to get familiar with my intention and to really enjoy my life that I am creating right here. So this reflects, my intention and what it is that I want. So what I invite you to do is to play with this. Take magazines, cut your pictures, print it in the computer from Google Images, whatever it takes. Just take the time to put on a place that you can look at it every day to get familiar with your new creation. Okay, so far so good, I hope. I hope that you take the time to do this and to really start to enjoy your journey towards prosperity and success. I think that's it for today. Next section, we are going to talk about your success tolerance. What happens when we get successful here, to be very aware of how we can prevent the sabotage of it. So thank you and see you soon.